A feature of DCUO that I believe should be added into Fusion Fall is the Renown system. In DCUO, there are 6 core factions, 3 for heroes and 3 for villains that correspond to the big 3 of each side, with new factions being added with purchased episodes. Repeatable missions give points to the faction, such as doing a mission that relates to metahumans gives points to Star Labs. Bounties and challenges do as well. Getting a certain amount of points raises your relationship level with that faction, and it gives you faction-only items at the vendors. This feature could be translated into Fusion Fall with its wide abundance of organizations. It's already loosely in the game if you think about it. The guides give you specific missions related to them and give you guide-locked items. This works for the simplistic game it was back in the mid-2000s, but here at What If, we're allowed to look into concepts and ideas and just throw them at the wall to see if things stick. Before I go into how there's 2 ways the system can work, I want to first state that we can't use the word Renown for the system just because it'd be copying too much from the other game. So for these purposes, we'll refer to it as networking. Since the game features characters from Cartoon Network, and you're trying to raise your relationship with these characters, networking seems like a good way to go. Alright, so with the name change taken care of, time to go down the rabbit hole and take a gander at the 2 paths we could do. The guide-related way, and the what the heck are you thinking Kyra way. The guide way. There's 4 factions that you can raise your relationship with. These factions are pretty obvious for anyone who is familiar with Fusion Fall. Dex Labs, Plumbers, Urban Rangers, and Monkey Minions. Anything having to do with heroes or the supernatural would give you points towards Dex Labs. Anything with aliens or alien tech would be for the Plumbers. Anything that deals with normal citizens and with imaginary energy would be the Urban Rangers. Anything villainous or receiving from villains would go toward the Monkey Minions. As you see, these are broad strokes of the various characters in the Fusion Fall world, and some can overlap. Some could even be counted for all 4, depending on its nature. Completing a mission would raise your networking a certain amount of points depending on the difficulty level, while guide missions would give you nearly double the amount. Along with guide rewards, there'd be vendors that give out specific items based around the many shows that can be found under each faction, and maybe, just maybe, they'll even give out some nano missions. On to the path less traveled, the what the heck are you thinking Kyra? In this case, there's not just 4 factions, there's as many as I could think up. So we are dragging Dex Labs, Plumbers, Urban Rangers, and Monkey Minions here, but we're adding more. Oh, so many more. We have the likes of Mandark Industries, G3, the military, K&D, SACT, Teen Ninjas, Foster's Home, Candy Pirates, Under Fist, Justice Friends, Time Squad, Providence, Bean Scouts, Squirrel Scouts, and Crystal Gems. You may be wondering, where's the Powerpuff Girls or the Rowdy Ruffs? I excluded them because these were groups that were born into it. Made actually. And not organizations you could join or be associated with. Ask Princess how her membership into the Powerpuffs is going. This path has the factions more specific, although like the other path, this one will have some overlap as well. If, for example, you did a guide mission for Mojo that was given by a father, a certain amount of points would be given to the Monkey Minions and the Teen Ninjas. Also from the other path is faction-specific items, clothing, weapons, vehicles, and nanos. A major difference is that racing would contribute to the SACT faction since they don't give out a whole lot of missions. Also to add on, if you did a mission that had you sabotaging or spying on the opposite faction, the reward is doubled. For instance, if you received a mission from number 5 to go spy on the Candy Pirates and complete it, your reward is doubled because the K&D and Candy Pirates are enemies. This works both ways, like if Father or Toiletnator have you mess with the K&D. But this can only work if they have a known enemy group. The biggest draw of this new system is the relationship bar. Where you stand in the relationship to the group determines how the NPCs will treat you. In Fusion Fall, when you complete some missions, world NPCs will give you a comment about that mission. I want this, except it's how they speak to you. So if you have a low relationship with the urban rangers, speaking to a ranger may result in them speaking to you curtly and almost rudely. As you bring that relationship up, they'll warm up to you and treat you friendlier. Certain groups may even have added bonuses, like if you're at a certain point with the monkey minions, your flights are at a discount. Same can be for the K&D and their scampers, Providence and their jump jets, and any other forms of transportation. It would make the world feel a little more alive and force the character to earn their place as the most important person in this game. Now, would this be difficult to do? Perhaps. I'm not a programmer or coder, so I have no idea if this is super difficult or manageable to do. But remember that this is what if, and we're talking about easy peasy Fusion Fall, so in this utopian game, it could happen. Well, that's all I have for this video. I probably overlooked some groups that could have been added here, so if you can recall any, feel free to drop them in the comments. And let me know which path you would rather play. Guide path, what the heck are you thinking Kyra path, or no path. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.